Hey everybody, it's Lady Led. I hope you all are doing well today. Today I'm going to give myself like a manicure and I'll show you how I polish my nails so that it's nice and smooth. But I got some stuff going on, y'all. I got some crusty cuticles. I've got some damage here from where I had some gel on my nails, and right there too, as you can see that. You know how you get tired of it being on your nails and you start picking things? Yeah, don't do that. I was trying to remove it the best way with some gel polish remover, but I got a little impatient. And I just flat out broke this finger, and then I had to cut it and kind of file it a little bit. So this hand is gonna be uneven, but this hand is looking pretty nice, huh? I usually don't let my nails get much longer than this right here. Most of you probably won't know that late 90s, early 2000s, I actually was a licensed nail tech. I loved doing nails. I loved the art form of doing nails, let me say that. But sniffing up those chemicals all day, I found myself leaving the place with a headache, and I soon kind of burned out from that. But I've carried these skills with me basically so I could do my own nails all throughout these years. So I'm just gonna share a few tips with you that I learned in nail school. So let me share my supplies with you. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna start out with is a bowl of soapy water. Today I've got this Satin Hands smoothie scrub or whatever it is. Guess what? If I didn't have this, I would just be using hand soap. But I do, so I'm using it. I'm going to add to this soapy warm water some almond baby oil. Just a few squirts should be great. Before I soak my nails, what I'm gonna do is use my emery board to shape the nails up. The reason I wanna do this before I get them wet is because after you wet them, they become softer and it's easier for you to damage your nails. So I'm gonna do all my shaping and all my filing first. I'm gonna use this cuticle remover around my cuticles to get those crusty cuticles I was talking about. I've also got a cuticle pusher that I'm gonna use to push back my cuticles on this side and clean up under my nails if I need to with that side. Smooth it out with this file that has different levels of smoothness on it. Once I'm done with that and I get ready to paint my nails, I'm gonna need some cotton balls. I've got some alcohol. I've got some pure acetone in case I make mistakes or if I need to remove my polish and start over for any reason. What will be my top coat. And I've got metallic OPI pink. It's actually called Aphrodite's Pink 90. So that's the color we're gonna be using today. If your nails aren't super hard and stubborn, you can use the lighter side of the emery board. I mean, this is just about shaping. It's not about beating up your nails or anything like that. If you have any kind of issues with your nails breaking easily, you might want to use the school method of filing, which is not the sawing back and forth, the going in one direction at a time. And it seems weird at first because every time we've seen people filing, they're doing the back and forth scrubbing thing. Go in one direction. And that's easier to do if you just go slow. All right, I got them nice and shaped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my soak on. I'll probably soak each hand for about 5 minutes. All right, time's up. We are done soaking and we're ready for the next step. Now it's actually time for our cuticle remover. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, squeeze it out around, near the cuticles. And it's time for me to get some more. This is where I gently push back my cuticles and kind of scrape off that skin. After I finish pushing my cuticles back, I'm gonna go wash my hands with some soap and water just to make sure I remove all the residue from that cuticle remover. We're almost ready to polish. But as you can see, we've got some stuff like that still going on. I've got some ridges that I want to smooth. So here's what I do to deal with the ridges and get the extra cuticle that's left over. I just take my multi-file. It has like numbers on it that, you know, basically gives you the steps for how you should use it, but you need to know what the purpose of each step is. So for example, side 1 and side 2 are coarse and they're for shaping. I've already done that, so I don't need to do that again. I don't want to use that on the top of my nail either because it's too coarse for that. But side number 3, this is the one that I want to start with. So for this one, I want to grab these little frayed edges. So I'm not even really gonna go across. I'm just kind of pushing upward to get it off. Next side, number 4, this is where I want to use on the top of my nail to deal with some of these ridges, especially this one. This one is really like ridged up. I don't know why it's like that. It just happens as we get older. I'll use it on all my nails. I'll use the number 4 side on all my nails. And then I'll go on until I get to the last one, which is the shine, which I love. Check out that shine. Really, at this point, I could put a coat of clear and basically I'm done. But I want some color today. Here comes the fun part. Time for the color. The real way that you would want to do this is first start with your clear. I'm not doing that today because this is a lighter color, so I'm not worried about it staining my nails, and not adding this extra coat of clear will allow this to dry much faster, which is what I need. If this were dark, I wouldn't do it, but it's light, so we're gonna go with it. Before I paint my nails, I'm gonna get the oils from the baby oil and whatever was in my soak. Make sure all of that's off because that helps the nail polish stick a lot better. Kind of not only removes the oil, but it also helps kind of dehydrate the nail. Now, I want to make sure that I've gotten all this cotton out of my way because I don't want lumps, I don't want bumps. I want this to be smooth. The trick to making sure your nail polish goes on smooth is you want only 3 strokes or less. You don't want to keep doing back and forth how they do in the movies. You know, when you see them polishing their nails, they're doing that exaggerated thing. You don't want that. That just makes it all mucky and bumpy, okay? You also don't want to shake this bottle because that adds bubbles that could also lead to bumps. So what you want to do, slide it back and forth like this, just to kind of get it mixed well, especially since this is a metallic color. Now we're ready to paint. I like to have something where I can kind of drape my fingers over the side just so that the polish goes downward and not towards my cuticle. So when you open the bottle, you kind of want to brush one side off and leave paint on the other side. I like to start in the middle, go as close to the cuticle without getting on it, let my brush naturally fan out, then catch that side, and then catch the other side. The 3-stroke method is actually what we had to do to pass the test. I don't know exactly how many points they took off if you didn't do it in 3 strokes or less, but it was major. Like, we practiced for weeks. So it's awkward to get this thumb. All right, first hand is done. Here's a tip that I learned to kind of help speed up the drying process. First of all, I only use OPI because it already dries fast, but to make it even faster, this is a tip I learned when I was doing nails. I use a UV lamp to kind of help with the curing process. It's not necessary. Like, your polish should still dry fairly quickly, but I'm always in a hurry. And if you know anything about polishing nails, if they don't dry fast enough, it's more likely you're gonna mess them up. So that's always my rush. I'm always in a time crunch so that I don't mess them up. Okay, so I'm gonna use my little cheap UV lamp that I got on Amazon, and I'm gonna set my nails under here for about 30 seconds. And just a reminder, this is regular polish. This is not gel polish. So you won't require any special soaking off with this. I'm just using my UV lamp to help them dry faster. But again, this is regular polish. I'm gonna go in for a second coat, and then we'll do the process again. All right, next up is the top coat. This is called Sally Hansen's Maximum Growth. Let me tell you about this. I have been using this since I was about 12 years old. And the reason I bought it then was because it said, like, in 10 days, you have, you know, longer nails, right? So I wanted to test it out and see, would this make my nails grow? Well, at the end of 10 days, I had longer nails, but not because this made them grow. It was because they were stronger and they didn't chip, right? So what you do with this, and you can use this by itself, is put on 1 coat every day for 10 days. Not only will it, you know, bring out the shine in your nails and just make them look nicer, the various layers add strength to your nails so they're not breaking. So for those of you who have weak, brittle nails, this may help. And just being careful, like, not, even though I'm doing a lot of stuff in the yard, and that's why this one is broken, I'm still being mindful of my nails, and I'm not letting them get much longer than this. If you let them get much longer than this, you're gonna have problems. They're gonna break. I mean, that's just what happens, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get my top coat on. I'm only gonna put 1 top coat on today. Had too much polish on there. Last thing I'm gonna do to help these dry looking cuticles, baby oil. So I can just go around my cuticles like so. Already you can see that makes my nails look 10 times better. All right, that is it. That is literally it. I like to keep it simple. I prefer regular polish to gel polish, but some reasons for using gel polish is just because it dries so fast and it means you're not gonna mess them up. But if you've got a little bit more time and you use the tricks that I was talking about, you can actually make this real polish work. And the beautiful thing about this OPI is that this is gonna last for at least a week, right? If I'm diligent and I put my top coats on every day for at least the next 7 days, I could get this to last 2 weeks. But by then, my polish is gonna be growing out. But anyway, for the 65% of you who wanted to know this, here it is. I hope it helped. And sorry, 35% who. I have to catch you in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. It's Lady Led, and I'm out.